Man, it's your big brother K-Rino. Um, it's not Friday, but it kind of feels like a Friday a little bit. But that's not the reason why I'm going live. I'm going live because I had some things on my mind and I wanted to talk about it now before either I forget what I want to say or if I get out of the mood to say it. Like, sometimes you're in a moment where you want to say it right there. Or if it's something you want to do it right there in the moment. But if you wait 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, you don't even want to do it no more. That's where I'm at right now. So I wanted to go on and talk about this before uh, I fell out of the mood to want to do it. Um, as y'all see by the title, Hollywood is crumbling, or Hollyweird is crumbling brick by brick. And I think that we got to try to cover this thing from uh, the branches all the way down to the roots. Because if we don't start in the right place, then we'll never really understand why it's where it is right now. So it's very important that we start in the right place. And we have to start at the root of this thing. When you look at all of these, when you look at Hollywood itself, just the origins of the movie industry, the origins of the entertainment industry when it was moved to the area that it was moved in, and the people who run it and the people who control it. Because any activity that exists within an entity, that activity, whether good or bad, is dictated by whatever mindset those who run it have. So when you look at everything that we see going on, it started long time ago. It started long before the people you see now that are participating in it. It started long before uh, Puff Daddy got in trouble. Started long before Epstein got in trouble. Weinstein got in trouble. It started long before that. Anybody you can think of, whoever got jammed up, they are all products and they are all, I want to say, children of the originators of Hollywood. They are children of the founders of this entertainment industry. Because what happened was, in the advent of the movie industry and the entertainment industry, so many people that wanted to be famous, so many people that wanted to be rich, so many people that wanted to be successful in that field. Once you start to see a few people getting it, and it's very lucrative money wise from day one, it's been lucrative. People, just like now, have in their mind they would do whatever they got to do in order to be a part of that. They'll do whatever it is they feel they need to do to be in this industry and in this game. And when you say do whatever, what you mean do whatever they got to do? Whatever they got to do. And things that they may have never even thought in their mind to do, or things that they've never done before, when they weigh what they think the prize is, they look at it and go, yeah, I'll do that. If you're gonna give me that, I'll do that. Right? So now what happens is, those who are empowered, those who control it, it don't take them long to say, I can make people do whatever I want them to do. Because what I can give them is so valuable and so important to them that they'll do whatever I tell them to do. So now you have a situation where if there's a young lady who wants to be, she wants to be the star of this movie, Or even if she doesn't want to be the star of the movie, she just wants to be in the movie. What you willing to do? What are you willing to do? See? You look all right. What are you willing to do? What do you mean? You know what I mean? And then before you know it, some little weasel of a dude who would never ever be able to otherwise even get a woman that may be as beautiful as this woman that's trying to be in the movie, he finds himself, and they find themselves having access, unlimited access to whatever they want. But guess what? It didn't just start, or it's not just restricted to grown women. Because when you go back, and even to this day, but when you go back, they always wanted little boys and little girls. They didn't just want the women, the grown women. They didn't just want the grown men. And I'm talking about men wanting the grown men. They didn't just want the men. They always wanted little boys. Some of them wanted little boys and little girls too. And if you go back through the history of Hollywood, you can see old clips of people like Shirley Temple. And if you're old enough, you can remember, even though I wasn't born when Shirley Temple was doing movies, because that was like back in the 30s and the 40s or whenever that was. But when I was little growing up, they would show those old Shirley Temple movies and Little Rascals and all that. And you would see, which you didn't think about it then, but you look at it now, you would see these little bitty girls dressed up in revealing outfits. Little bitty girls, man, we're talking 5, 6, 7 years old. Nobody having it in their mind to say, man, this is not appropriate to have little girls dressed up like ballroom girls and dancing girls and all that, the same way you would see the adults dressed. Because they were into little girls. And they still into them now. So you got all of this history. You got all of this history that's been built up for decades of these cats being able to get away with whatever it is they want to get away with, all while making billions and billions of dollars, mind you. And they are living what in their mind is just this wonderful life, because now, again, they have access to whoever they want. And now your vices and your darkest fetishes, all of these things are now open to you. Just one thing to just have it in your mind, and then all of a sudden you are able to carry it out. Might be a guy that, well, his fantasy is to sleep with eight women at the same time, but he'll never do it. He'll never be in that position to do it. He can't do it. He don't have that kind of power. But those who gain that kind of power, whatever came into their mind, whatever comes into their mind, they can make it happen. So now over time, the ball gets out of control. The little snowball turns into a giant boulder rolling downhill, and it gets out of control even for the person who's supposed to be in control. Because they're not the only ones. All the executive friends are doing it. That's part of the secret. That's the Hollywood secret. The celebrities are being pulled into it. Some of them unwillingly, some of them never wanted to do that type of stuff. Some of them got involved in it and they started liking it. They like it. See, don't ever think that every famous person, every celebrity who has been on the casting couch, every celebrity who has been part of the parties and part of the wild, escapades that have taken place in Hollywood. Don't think that all of them are victims. A lot of them, they love that life. They like it. They got a taste of it, and it was like, woo. It's just like when drugs are introduced to celebrities coming up. You know, you don't come in the game already doing cocaine and all these different drugs. Some, you know, I'm sure somebody had already done it before or whatever. But for the most part, these people get introduced to this lifestyle once they are behind that door. Once they walk in that room and that door closed behind them, now you get to see, look, this is it. Look at, we at the party. And at the party, you got everything you need at this party. You want some wild sex? Go in that room over there. Want some drugs? Go over there. Look over there. Look right here. Everything is out in the open. Swinging and everything. See? And again, everybody ain't a victim from the standpoint of where, you know, some people just get pulled into it. They get tricked into it. They get pressured into it. And they never wanted that. And even though they are very successful in their career, they're not happy. They're not happy. Millions of dollars, world famous, awards and accolades, but they're not happy because they have done what we all know. Say it with me, class. They've sold their soul. You know, you hear that term all the time. They sold their soul. They've given up their integrity. They've given up their dignity, so much so to where they can't hardly even, they don't even feel like they can come back, because now a lot of cases they've done so many things. And I'm talking about the ones who didn't want to be a part of that lifestyle, but they did it for the position. They've done so many things that are so embarrassing to them and so against their character that they feel like they can never come back. They're ashamed of themselves. And there's a stress and a pressure that's in their head and in their being, because the average person for years and years and years didn't even know that this person was doing this, or that person had done this, or this happened to that particular singer, that particular actor. Didn't know. See? So they living with that. They living with it. It's like if you're not a celebrity and somebody molested you, somebody abused you when you was coming up, and you've been dealing with that. You've been dealing with that pain and that trauma in your head all these years, but you don't talk about it to people, but it's there. It's bothering you every day, but something can trigger you to really make you be different that day. And people don't know why you different that way, because something triggered you to remind you of what happened to you. But in the case of a celebrity, more is at stake to a degree. And I'm not saying that their trauma is more important than an unknown person. That's not what I mean. What I mean when I say more is at stake is because these are world famous people who have reputations, who are known all over the world. And over years, they've established reputations of being, well, she's this guy, the guy, she's this kind of female. And then they live under the fear that if somebody finds out what they may have done or what they have participated in or what was done to them, they'll lose it all, or it'll ruin their reputation. And here's the thing. These powers in Hollywood, these powers in entertainment, they know this too. So they will hold those secrets over their head. They'll hold your secrets over your head, or they'll keep them in their back pocket for whenever they need them. It's kind of like when the feds have a case built up on you, right? when the feds have a case built up on somebody that's selling dope, and it's like it's seeming like it's taking forever to bust this guy, right? Or better yet, I won't say it like that. What I'll say is they bust this guy and it seemed like they just popped him out the blue. They didn't pop him out the blue. They've been setting up the circumstances to get him. They just had to build the case up good enough to make sure that when they came, they knew that they had everything they needed when they came. That's how the feds move. Now, it's a little different from what we're talking about with this Hollywood stuff, because the people in power, they know they have the card on you, but they wait until you piss them off. They wait until you get out of line with them, or you get bold, or you forget that they have this card on you, right? So what happens is you start to become an advocate for certain causes, right? You standing up against this, you speaking out against that. You seeing other people that may be about to go down the road you had to go down, and you speaking out against that. And they looking at you from a high seat going, okay. Oh, so you getting bold, huh? You getting bold. You starting to get beside yourself. You getting brave, ain't you? And they'll play that card on you as a reminder. They may hit you with a jab just as a warning. They'll just throw a little something at you as a warning. They might even contact you. But if you go too far, all of a sudden, this person's in the news. That person's all over the internet. They're saying this about him. They're saying that about her. Different people who were close to you are coming out and saying stuff. Best friends, people that knew you all these, they was with you the whole time. Now they all coming out doing interviews and telling stuff about you that the world didn't know. You might have fell out with them. Y'all made it. It may not have had anything to do with the industry. It may have been y'all fell out. And that's another principle that I want to kind of touch on for a little bit, but not stay long, because you're seeing it a lot. And I ain't condoning nothing that nobody does that's a part of that sick world. Nah, I'm not advocating none of that. I'm saying on a principle to everybody who's watching or listening, if you was cool with somebody at one point, if you were friends with somebody at one point, business, whatever, if you had a long-term connection to this person to where y'all were close enough to where they knew all of your secrets, they knew all your dirty laundry, you knew all of theirs. But in this case, I'm going to say it as you knowing theirs. If y'all fall out, man, that doesn't give you justification to go and put that person on blast and tell the world things about that person that had nothing to do with why y'all fell out. That's a vindictive spirit. That's a evil spirit to me, because if somebody confided those things in you, they told you some of the things, they deepest, darkest things, because they viewed you as somebody, as a friend, or somebody that they could trust. And then when y'all fell out, now you in an interview on the internet telling everybody, well, yeah, he was secretly bisexual. Yeah, she's been on cocaine since I met her. I've been knowing she was on drugs. See, everybody didn't know that. She had 5 abortions. She never told nobody about those abortions she had. See, this is the kind of thing that I'm talking about. It doesn't matter what y'all fell out about. If we were friends enough then for that person to confide in you, or for me to for you to confide in me, I'm not gonna bring your past into our present disagreement, our present dispute. That's just a dirty thing to do. It's a dirty thing to do. So you see that a lot now in this industry. You see people who they may have fell out behind money. They feel like that person didn't pay them, whatever it is. Now they go into deep, dark aspects of that person's life that they knew. And they could be telling the 1000% truth. It ain't all about if they lying or not. Sometimes people will lie, but a lot of times they're telling the truth about people, but it's a truth that we shouldn't even know. We shouldn't even know what was going on in that man and that woman's bedroom, or that man in that man's bedroom. And I don't know what I don't want to know. But they do it because they have an axe to grind with that person, and now they want to embarrass that person. Well, I know it. Yeah, don't play with me. Yeah, because I know you don't want me to tell what I know. We all have heard people say that. You don't want me to. Yeah, you don't want me to tell what I know. What are you talking about? You don't want me to tell. I don't want you to tell what you know that was told to you in confidence, when it was like, okay, when we was cool, and I cried on your shoulder and told you, oh, so they did to me when I was little, and then you're gonna go tell that. That's why it's very important to be careful who you share your deep, dark secrets with. And I know what you're thinking. It's like, well, wow, man, at the time, man, this is my best friend. This is my wife. This is my husband. This is my cousin. This is my brother, my sister. At the time, man, we was like this. So it's hard because people do switch up on you. People switch up on you now. So the place that y'all were in 10, 15, 20 years ago, y'all might not be in that place now. So I get it. That's why the message is, whatever side of it that you own, you have to have enough character to say, I don't care what it is we beefing about, whatever it is we funking about, I'm not gonna cross that line. I'm not gonna be that person that tries to destroy you based on something I know. I know where all the dope at. Dude selling dope. He's still selling dope. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I can make one phone call. Yeah. Nah. If you have that much of an issue with a person, just separate yourself from that person. Just move around. Let them go. Even if you felt like they did you wrong, even if they did do you wrong, let them go. You don't have to go to that level. But that's what happens to a lot of people in the industry. Because these sick cats who give you the money, who give you the part in the movie, who give you the record deal, these sick cats, they know everything that you did. They put you in position to do it. They set you up to fail. And then when you crash, or they cause you to crash, they don't do nothing but switch out and replace you with another one. That's all they do. And if you knew just the list of celebrities who have been through some of the worst stuff, man, it may or may not surprise you depending on how connected you are in watching this type of stuff. Some people might say, man, it don't surprise me. But other people who may be a little more naive, y'all may be like, I can't believe this is happening. Men too, like, man, how you let a man, how does a man let another man violate them for a movie role? How do you do that? I don't know the kind of money that could be printed up. I don't know the amount. There's not an amount of money that could be printed up that could allow me to let a man violate me for any reason, much less so I could be in a movie, much less so I could get a record contract. So now, what are we seeing? What are we seeing now, y'all? Y'all know what y'all are seeing now? What we seeing now? Every day, everywhere we look, we're seeing different celebrities getting jammed up, getting caught up, names getting thrown into speculation, names getting thrown into accusations. Every day, somebody different. People you didn't even see coming. It's like, whoa, not him, whoa, not her. And it's starting, like what I said in the beginning, from the branches to the roots. It's starting at the branches. Because who are the branches? The branches are the celebrities themselves, the famous people that we know. Those are just the branches. But we can't ignore the root. The root is the source of it all. The root of a tree is the source of it all. So yeah, they got Weinstein, but it's a million other wine. It's a bunch of more of them cats like that. You think that he was the only one that was getting down like that? He got jammed up. You think he was the only one? When Epstein was doing this thing and had the lady kind of helping him out, you think he was the only one? So now you see with Epstein, they say he killed himself, right? Some people believe he did. Some people believe he had some help. Some people don't even believe he's dead at all. Some people believe they tucked him away. But whether he took his own life or whether they took his life is based on two things. If he took his own life, it may have been because he was just like, I can't do no prison time. Nope. I'm getting out of this. If they took his life, then you got to ask yourself the question, what were they trying to prevent him from possibly saying in a court of law at some point? So, because he got some names. So now everybody's talking about January 1st. January 1st. January 1st is supposed to be when a lot of those names are supposed to come out. A lot of those people who were supposed to have been involved in this kind of activity, big top name people that just were supposedly going to blow everybody's mind when they hear the names. Some of those names are supposed to come out. So it might be a lot of people whose draws is real milky right now. Got some real milky draws. But it's a sign of Hollywood in this entertainment industry just collapsing from the inside out. Because the the immorality of it. And I ain't talking like the world ain't immoral outside of Hollywood. I ain't talking like you or me or anybody else are no righteous angels out here. I'm speaking about a degree of madness that you ain't never participated in, that I ain't never participated in. And it's not to be judgmental either, but it's to speak to a point of, is this really something you want to be a part of? Is this really something you want to be a part of? I want to be an actress. Yeah, that's cool. What are you willing to do to be an actress, to get in that circle? What are you willing to give up of yourself to be in that circle? What are you willing to not do to not even get a chance? Would you get understanding of what they want you to do and then say, oh no, I'm not going to do that? Because people have always talked about Illuminati. Oh man, you gotta be in the Illuminati. They want to recruit you into the Illuminati. Well, it's not that cut and dry like that. It ain't like it's just some club you apply to. I contend that it's more so a lot of people unknowingly just follow the principles because you're just trying to get on. So the real people who really have that power, they just got you doing what they want you to do. So in a sense, you are participating, but you ain't got no juice. But on another level, you do have individuals, and I'm speaking about Black folks now. You do have individuals who have risen up in the ranks. I'll never forget something that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said. He said, you don't get into that $300, $400, $500 million level without their assistance. You don't get up that high. You might can make you a couple of million by yourself. You might could raise up to those levels by yourself. You're not getting to that billionaire level, that $800 million. When you up on that level, you dealing with them folks. They are involved heavily. I don't care who you are. You have made connections. I don't want to use the word friendships. They might think they have friendships. They may think they are in a partnership with those powers. You might think man, I'm a billionaire. Hey, we work with these people. Nah. They work with you because of the multi-billions that they can make off of you. But a lot of times they work with you because they know that they can control you. And if they can control a popular entertainer who they have allowed and made to become a billionaire, if they can control that person who everybody in the world knows, when they control you, then they can control the rest of the people through you, because they dictate to you what to say, what not to say, what to push, what to promote, what to speak on, who to support, what to affiliate, what you tell us to affiliate ourselves with, what's popular, what's not. They put all that in there. who's good, who's evil. They put all that in that powerful, popular person that we think got so much juice. So the billionaire and the multi-millionaire, the $100 million person, they are used as a remote control. They are only a remote control. It's a remote control that the real power is used to control you. That's why we do whatever we see, whatever they tell us to do. Hey, they got a new challenge out. Let's pour a bucket of water on your head. Let's stick a cucumber down your mouth and act like you're sucking it as a challenge. Whatever they tell us to do, we do it. We never stop and go, why is everybody doing this? Should I be doing this? No, we just do it. Remote control. I'm going to put out music that only talks about over-sexualized content, drug abuse, and violence. That's all I'm putting out. I'm putting it out. I'm putting it out. I'm putting it out. And it's just drilling itself in the minds of our people, our young people. It's just drilling it. And then life starts to imitate art. Life starts to imitate art. Because now I need to see this song about this drug is jamming so hard, I need to try this drug. This girl is rapping so hard about selling her body to dudes and getting money. I need to do that. I'm a young female. I look nice. I got a nice body. I can do that too. She don't look no better than me. I can do that too. And they glamorize this lifestyle because the artists and the entertainers, just a remote. But a remote can't change itself. A remote can't control itself. Somebody got to control the remote. We too busy looking at the remote. And we condemning the remote. Nobody talks about the Hollywood executives, rarely. Nobody talks about the label CEO. They go straight and attack the artists, and the artists have to be checked. Because I know somebody gonna say that, well, man, they gotta be accountable. Yeah. But again, branches, roots. So I can go outside and cut some branches off of a tree. If you live in a house and the branches are starting to get too extreme over your house, you can hire somebody, you can get up there yourself and you can cut them branches off that tree. That tree gonna still be standing. But what's gonna happen if you go to the root of that tree and you uproot that tree? Everything, branches, bark, leaves. The squirrel ain't got nowhere to live no more. It's about the root. So now you're seeing all these celebrity names getting caught up in these little situations. They're getting jammed up left and right. Some unjustly, because that's the other side to it. Again, when they don't like you, you don't even have to be did nothing wrong. They'll just try to tear you down because they can create a lie about you. They can create something about you that didn't even happen. And it don't matter what visual evidence is present. It don't matter what a witness said. It doesn't matter what is lacking. If they want you, they'll get you. But if you do have something that they can go on, now you're really in trouble. Now you're really in trouble. And nobody is exempt. Because when I say Hollywood, Hollyweird, I'm not just talking about movies and all that, and entertainment, music and all that. Because it goes into religion. The preachers getting jammed up. The athletes getting jammed up. The politicians getting jammed up. See? And you know why? And you know why I put all that under the same umbrella as Hollywood? You know why? Because the same principles of popularity take effect. Doesn't matter what field you in, the principles of popularity take effect. Because the same way a rapper can become world famous and known and a celebrity, the same way an actor, a singer, an athlete can become world known, rich and famous, a preacher can too. You got these mega church preachers and they celebrities. Everybody know them just like they know the rappers. See? You got politicians, they celebrities. Everybody know them just like they know the actor in their favorite movie. So everybody now consolidates into the same pool. Because if you look at certain pictures, certain Hollywood visuals, pictures and stuff, right? You'll see them all together. You'll see a picture of the rapper, the famous preacher, the actor, an athlete. They all in the picture posing together because they're at the same events, at the same parties. They consolidated. And those who would not normally be considered to be celebrities, like a preacher or something, they become that. And what happens is they realize that they become that. They're like, man, I'm famous. Everybody knows me too. And with fame comes attraction. Because people are attracted to famous people, people of power, people with money. Look, if a famous rapper or singer got groupies, which they have groupies, a famous mega church preacher gonna have groupies too. You think that a groupie is gonna say, well, no, man, that's the preacher. I ain't gonna try to get him. I'm gonna try to get him too. They might, somebody higher up might even sick somebody on the preacher. They might set the preacher. Let's see how real and how true to it this dude really is. He preached a hell of a sermon. We saw him on TV, boy. He was going in. He was sweating and everything. The Lord, and I came down from the mountain. He was going hard. But somebody was like, I don't believe it. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see how real he is. Send somebody after him. Send somebody after him. Let's see what he like. He's married. Don't matter. Let's see. They'll sick somebody on you. So the preachers get caught up too. Preach at the wild party too. There's very few that have the power to withstand and resist it. Like, what, dude? You don't know who I am? Nah, don't try that with me. Don't try that with me. See? So this is what you're dealing with. So now what happens after that, the public, as it's currently constituted, we have developed a worship of celebrities and entertainers and politicians. We worship them. We put all our faith and hope and everything into these people. Their word is law. We try to become them. And when I say become them, we try to become what I respectfully say the lowest parts of them, the worst parts of them. Now, if you say you're trying to become successful, I want to copy the business model. Okay, cool. You just got to figure out how to do it without bending over. You got to figure out how to do it without selling your soul. Good luck with that. But if you want to take principles from their business model and incorporate them into yours and you try to get where they at, that's cool. But the problem is we try to copy the worst parts of them. We try to copy the, okay, well, we at the club fighting and arguing and we doing the drugs, we having the wild parties, we doing all this crazy stuff, we having the shootouts, we all the worst parts, we trying to copy that. So now we start to become these small little versions of them. So the whole society is poisoned, messed up in the head because we following behind the wrong principles. We are living our life emulating fantasy world. It's a fantasy world. A lot of them cats, they ain't even happy. Them people ain't even happy. A lot of them ain't happy. A lot of them don't even have the money you think they got. See? So, and we argue. We'll argue over them. We'll fight and argue. We'll fight and argue behind them. Nah. It's a maneuver. It's a psychological maneuver that's being used on us to take our focus off what it is we really supposed to be doing and to take our focus off of the real enemy. So if I'm looking at a TV, you know the common theme. Do you know what the common theme of any individual who is looking at something on a phone? You watching this activity that we're talking about, the common theme of somebody that's looking at the phone is this. You always looking down. You always looking down. Your focus is down. So if your focus is down, you're not even concentrating on what's at your normal eye level, much less looking up metaphorically, meaning that looking in the high places. So when you think about that scripture that says we war not with flesh and blood, but with what? Principalities and spiritual wickedness. Where? Spiritual wickedness where? We war not with flesh and blood, but with principalities and with spiritual wickedness where? Where's the spiritual wickedness at? Where's the spiritual wickedness at? I'm waiting on one of y'all to say it. I'm going to wait to see if somebody say it. Spiritual wickedness where? Y'all taking too long. Spiritual wickedness in high places. But you can't concentrate on high places when you always looking low. You always looking down. Always looking down. We have no awareness. Head ain't on a swivel. You could be sitting at a bus stop. You could be sitting at a mall. You could be sitting in a restaurant, anywhere. 95% of the people focus is down, looking at something on the phone. And I would conjecture that 95% of what we are looking at while we're looking down, it ain't even beneficial to us. Ain't even beneficial to us. So you're not looking up. So you're looking at this man or this woman and all what they got, all the mess they got going on in their life, and we talking about it every day. Well, yeah, she was doing this. Yeah, well, he did this. Well, they caught him in the room getting banged out by a dude, and you all the things that really have no, I won't say relevance, but in the grand scheme, it's not gonna make us better. It's not gonna make us better. It ain't to say we're not gonna look at it and ooh, that's crazy. That's all we can give it. It's not gonna make us better. And it's gonna have us opinionated and going to war about, because we're gonna take sides and say who's right and who's wrong. That's why you see these gender wars taking place so strongly. The gender war is real. Never seen it like this before. Never seen it so strong where men and women seem to be at war with each other and be at odds with each other so hard, to where it's so split down the middle, where women are like, forget men, men are like, forget women, or forget these type of women, forget these type of men. It's like, I ain't never seen it like this. But again, branches, roots. Who created the gender wars? Who made it to where these different ideologies get presented to both sides that point a finger at the other side? Now we basically hate women. Women basically hate men. Not everybody, but it's going on a lot. Or we have misinterpreted, or now we're starting to speak incorrectly about our purpose and our roles, our purpose towards each other. So the man's purpose, all a man is here to do for a woman is to give her money, afford me a lifestyle, give me all your money, make me rich, set me up for life, make me look good, give me cars and diamonds and money, and that's what your job is. If you ain't got no money, I ain't got time for you. You ain't nothing. You ain't nobody. It's all about what you got, because you should give me money because I'm me, and that's what it is. And it's women that believe that. And it's dudes out here that's like, well, you know, women supposed to do whatever I say, and I run this, and you follow behind me, and you stand in my feet, and don't talk back. Don't. There's dudes who believe that. If I want to have 5 more women, you my main woman, you supposed to accept that because I'm the man. And women who believe, it's men who believe that. Then it gets fed and fed and fed and fed and fed. And here we are again. The audience, we watching and picking sides. Yeah, I like that. That sounds good. That's my dude. Yeah. That's how I feel. All of these mentalities are incorporated into entertainment. because we see them played out in the movies. We see it played out. We see it expressed in the music. All of these ideas, all of these thought processes are played out through the art. And if the art is crafted well enough, then we love it. We take to it. Yeah, that's my song. All these bitches ain't in. All these niggas ain't in. We make anthems. Think about this. We make anthems against each other. We talk about how all women is trash and all dudes is that. We write songs and make anthems against each other. Falling for the trap. When in reality, the thing that we have made ourselves believe is the worst thing for us is actually the best thing for us. Bro, ain't nothing better for you than that woman. And ma'am, ain't nothing better for you than that man. Now, it got to be the right woman and the right man. But don't let these people get out here and get to telling you all this crap about and putting, generalizing everybody and putting everybody like we all are robots. All men think this way, all women think that way. And you at home going, yeah, man, that is true. That is. Don't be that stupid, man. Don't be that dumb. So they incorporate all that into our art. And we doing this, looking down instead of looking up. It's like the Wizard of Oz. All they did, they only heard his name. They only heard his name. Nobody had ever seen him till they finally went. They finally went to the castle to see the Wizard of Oz. And when they got there, it was just a regular old dude behind a curtain, pulling strings and playing with special effects. He didn't have no power. That's how these cats who run this world, they ain't got no power. The only power they got is the power that we give them. And the power that they make us believe is real. And that's money. Money. Because they know that we will do anything for the money. We'll do anything for the money. How you know we'll do anything for the money? Because we said it. We say it. Money is the go-to. Money is the answer to everything. Money is like, see, that's why I can get into an argument with you. And if we arguing about trash day, I don't know, or just anything. We arguing about anything. If the argument escalates, I'll say, oh, that's why you just mad because you broke. You just mad because I'm getting money. Money ain't the end all be all. Money is not the end all be all to everything in life. And money does not justify stupid behavior. Meaning that just because somebody pays you, that don't make it right to do something stupid. Don't make it right. Don't make it smart. It don't make it smart. Man, I'm getting paid to sell all this dope. I'm getting paid to sell all this dope. I'm getting paid to twerk in this club. I'm getting paid to do it. That don't make it right. So they know that all they got to do is give you some money. And it goes beyond that because I told you about politics and religion. So we ain't just going to put it on rappers and actors and nah. It goes beyond that because you can have a strong position on a political stance. You could have a strong position that's a righteous position, that's a legitimate position, and you can have people rallying behind you like, yeah, that dude's saying some real stuff. And they can pull you to the side. They've done it to many of us, and they can pay you off to stop spreading that message. You sold out. Money. Preachers. That's why come election time, we'll always let these trashy politicians come into our churches and sit in the black churches because they want the black vote. And they'll sit in the church and act like they listening to the music. Where was you at 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, 10 years ago? Where was you at then? You wouldn't come into the black church then. Why are you here now? You clearly are showing your hand, and we're not going to ever see you again once we put you in office. But we don't know what happened behind the scenes. It's like, wait, look, man, hey, if you can get your congregation, if you can get your followers to vote for me, I can make sure that your churches get that extra wing added on. I can make sure you can get the helicopter you wanted. Money. Sell it out. And when you get to thinking about your own family and your own situation and all that, and you stop caring about the people that you have been entrusted and assigned to look out for, then you ain't got long. It's always somebody gonna try to tear you down, man. Always. So we seeing the names of the celebrities today, but you'll start hearing about more executives and all that later on. It won't just be Weinstein and all these cats. You'll start hearing more about names that we don't know of that's in control of this thing. You'll start hearing about it. It's going to come out. So don't get so caught up in the people we know that you're seeing getting took down. They coming for them. It ain't no, you can't deny it. They coming every day. You hear a different name on some Me Too stuff, or it's coming, man. Because a lot of them cats was at them parties, man. Male and female, they was at them parties, man. And the illusion was that, hey, we good. This is an exclusive group. We rich, famous. Hey, man, we protect. Nobody knows we do this. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Go in the room and do whatever you want to do. Get all your little fantasies out. Hey, but that ain't that such and such over there. Yeah, that's him, but he do the same thing too. You ain't got to worry about. Nobody's going to tell. And for the most part, they right. Because Hollywood been around for decades, man. And those who are in those circles and participate in that type of stuff, they just do their thing. They keep it. They keep it to themselves. But it's always one who wasn't with that. See, you could be naive. You can say, oh man, I made it. I finally made it. I'm famous. Then all of a sudden, you get invited to the party. And you think it's just a party. And you get in there, you like, remember Cat Williams? Cat Williams was like, he couldn't believe some of the stuff he saw. You think you just going to a party. Everybody ain't into that stuff, man. But they know that everybody ain't into it, but they believe they can change your mind. They can turn you out. They believe they can turn you out. They get off to the challenge of trying to turn. They want to turn you out. They would love to take the baddest, the strongest minded, the strongest, toughest militant one, and be able to say that they turned him out. They conquered him, they conquered her. Let me say blackmail. That's another thing. Because like I said earlier, when they got, I called it a card. When they got that card on you, they just hold that card till they need it. Soon as you start acting up in the public, they hold that card up and they looking at you like, don't forget. Remember what you did with that dildo that day and at that party? Remember that day you got drunk? All right. Okay, well, I don't want to hear you talking about this militant stuff no more. You said black people deserve reparations. I don't want to hear you talk about that. The next time the mic is in your face. Well, the last interview, you said something, you were speaking strongly about blacks and reparations. Well, no, I just, I'm on to something else. I'm not on that. They done punked you down. They done punked you all the way down, man. I'm in y'all's comments now. Young Star Mill says, what card? The card I'm talking about is when the powers that be have something on you. They know something about you that you don't want the world to know. So they have, I call that the card. And they hold that card until you piss them off and make them slam it on the table. And then they get you right. Let me see what y'all talking about, man. I'm reading comments now. Don't ask me any questions that don't have nothing to do with the subject, y'all. Please. Please. Richie Rich says, they're going to end up shutting you down. What else is new? They done shut me down a few times. But here's the thing, and this is the mentality. They can shut me down. They can kick me out of their house. As long as God don't kick me out, I'm good. They can kick me. This stuff belongs to them, man. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, what else? This stuff belongs to them. I don't got no power over this. Hey. I'm seeing what y'all talking about. Instinct says, but they won't promote a positive message, and they'll even cancel you for it nowadays. That's the whole reversal. Everything is made. Everything that's right is made wrong. Everything that's wrong is made right. So we can take anything that's actually the wrong thing, and they're gonna say, "Oh, that's all right. That's cool. You can do it." You're a guy, you want to turn yourself into a woman? Go ahead. There's nothing wrong with that. We have the technology. Yeah. Sonia says, I posted about the Wizard of Oz today. Yeah, man. I'm going backwards, y'all. Looking for that comment that's going to blow my mind, y'all. I'm looking for that comment that's going to blow my mind, man. I ain't seen it yet. Brendan King says, love you, Kay, but I don't normally engage with this type of content because it's not good for the soul. I disagree. I think it's great for the soul. If we avoid having these kind of conversations, man, then we can't bring people to the knowledge. We can't bring people to the knowledge and understanding what's going on. You can't suppress this kind of information? Because you got young people coming up every day that's thinking that that world is a good, righteous world for them to be in. They don't understand the dark side of it. They don't understand that. So you gotta talk about it. See, we can't walk through life acting like everything is just roses, and we hiding reality from each other. And then when they get exposed to reality, when reality hits them, they ain't able to handle it. You've never given them a warning. You wouldn't raise your children to never tell them, hey, don't talk to strangers. Hey, don't get in the car with people you don't know. Because something could happen to you. They could kidnap you. They could take you off. They could do you don't never tell your child that. And then he walking home from school one day and a van pull up and say, hey man, I'm going towards your house. Come on, I'll give you a ride. And he hop right in the van because he don't know. Unless his instinct kick in. Let me say hit the like button. Yeah, we'll do the like. Hit the like. If y'all haven't clicked like yet, click the likes. Let me see how many likes I can get. Click the like button if y'all haven't already, man. I want y'all to click it, click it, click it, click it, click it, click it, click it. A lot of y'all have already clicked it. All right. Let me get out the comments because I haven't seen nothing that's blowing my mind yet. The author, Trado Fish, I appreciate the love. I appreciate the donation, man. Much love to you. Let me come back down. Let me see, man. I'm trying to get my mind fed. Y'all ain't giving me nothing tonight. Y'all ain't giving me nothing tonight. But yeah, this thing is collapsing, bro. It's collapsing. And you see it. This is just the start. This is just the beginning of it. This is just the start of it, man. Sonya said, come on now. We got babies looking at this perverted shh. We need to talk about it. That's right. We can't just ignore. See, we can't live in this little fairy tale world, man. That's the problem. We can't live in this fairy tale world, man. It's the real world. If you ain't teaching your babies the true reality of what's going on in this world, they're going to get swallowed up. You can't just close your ears, close. If they not learning about how sick this world really is, now I ain't saying you just take them into the just most extreme levels when they mind ain't old enough to comprehend it, but you take them in levels. You take them in increments. You take them in stages of understanding so they can get it. You don't mess your child up like that, making them think the world is this wonderful, beautiful place all the time. Yeah. All of this world's systems are being destroyed. And I believe that God is destroying these systems, whether it's the political system, the economic system, this false education system, the entertainment industry. All of these entities are being taken down. We're seeing it. What in the world, what is it in this world that is thriving other than the madness? The foolishness is popping, but these industries are not. America's falling, man. Hollywood is part of that whole thing. It's under that umbrella. Shout out to the homie. I'm just gonna call you Half. I always mispronounce your name, man. America's falling, man. So the last part I'm gonna say, a lot of these people, they get so arrogant because you got so much money, you got so much power, and they feel that they can do anything to people, man. They feel, see, when you feel like you can treat people any kind of way because you got money and power, your day is coming. That's just the reality. Your day is coming. So a lot of these cats, they did a lot of things they did because they felt like, I can do it. Man, I can get this dude $100 and he'll just run down the street butt naked. I can do whatever I want to do. So now that arrogance, man, then they use intimidation tactics. They threaten you. You better not say nothing. This will happen. Or this will happen to your family. Or this will happen. And they might even be doing it. People stop believing. People stop acknowledging the truth of God and living their own truth. Ego over spirit. That's good information, Angela Miller. James Drake says, arrogance to ignorance. Arrogance is a form of ignorance. Because when you reach a point where you feel like you can't do, I can just do what I want to do, I can't do no wrong, that's the beginning of your fall. That's the beginning of your fall. And that's what a lot of these cats have done. From the root to the branches. The branches learn from the root. You think all these Negroes that's caught up in this mess and doing all this stuff, they learn from the best. See, the devil taught us how to be devils. Hey man, drop y'all locations so I can shout y'all out. It's a little more than y'all than normal on here tonight. Drop y'all locations and I'll shout y'all out, man. I appreciate y'all coming through on a Thursday night. Y'all must be at the club on Fridays or something. And if y'all didn't know, I've just released 2 new albums. All of y'all who are watching, I got 2 new albums that just dropped. What's the name of my albums? One is called Audio Optics. I'm trying to bring physical copies back, man. Y'all can go to iTunes and all the digital sites and get my stuff as well. That's how you get down. But I want y'all to start back supporting physical copies. Even if you don't have a CD player, go get it. Get this and the digital version. Audio Optics. I see my homie Sonya's in the building. She sung on one of these songs, y'all. She sung on Love Don't Listen, did her thing. Great singer. This is where you can get the album, South Park Coalition site.net. I just put it in the chat box. And the brand new album, this brand new too. But the brand new album is called 7 Hour Block. Shout out to my homie Tragic in Canada. Y'all can go get that too. Physical copies available to order as well on the same site, South Park Coalition site.net, and available on all the digital platforms as well. Brandon says, hope all is going well. Just bought the 2 new albums, Audio Optics and 7 Hour Block. Just waiting on the mail. That's what's up, man. I appreciate the love. We bringing physical copies back, man. Start buying these CDs again. Let me shout y'all out. Hold on, let me go back. You got Northern Riding out there in Washington. I'm going to shout all y'all out, man. That's on here if y'all drop y'all locations. Jada Flow in New York. Austin Reed, Mexicali, Baja, California. Austin Reed, what's up, homie? The homie Brandon in Wisconsin. Gilbert Rodriguez Jr. out there in Georgia. Instinct Hip Hop, my homie in South Africa. One day I'm coming to South Africa. I'm coming to South Africa one of these days. Ariel Vallejo, Green Acres, Florida, West Palm Beach. Matt Greer, the homie Matt Greer, Stephenville, Texas. OT, Alabama. Kingpin in that H-Town. All right, H-Town. Y'all go get my album, man. James Drake in Birmingham, Alabama. B-Ham. B166er, Australia. What's that? Mungindi. Joshua Speaks, born and raised in Macon, Georgia. Come on, Lemmy. Lemmy, come on, Lemmy. Lemmy, you in Anahuac? You was not supposed to be in no Anahuac. Tyler Kurz in Ontario. He said he was partying with Tragic. You was partying with Tragic last week. He told me what happened. He told me he didn't even remember what happened the next day. Bender 438 in Cyprus. Victor Morales. Big L Platinum Plus. We got vinyl coming on the 7-hour block album. These are the 2 albums, 7-hour block, Audio Optics. We got vinyl coming on the 7-hour block album. So we'll let y'all know when you can order the vinyl. The author, Dollar, Texas, Greedy Grove. All right. Trying to see. I'm shouting y'all out, man. That's it. All right. That's it. Hey, man, y'all keep your eyes open. Don't be distracted by this stuff, man. And don't let this take up large portions of your brain and your mind, and take your focus off what we should be doing, and that's unifying and coming together and removing ourselves from the ways of this world. You know, we can stand on the sideline and watch what's going on because this thing is collapsing, man. You see it. And people are coming out. People trying to get their money. People trying to get revenge. All these different things, man. So a lot of these cats that mistreated people and did them wrong and all that, and the people that were scared to come out and talk then, they're coming out now, man. Come on, man. EDJ from the Mile High City, Denver, Colorado. That's where you at. Sick Touch, the 7 cities, southeastern Virginia. Yeah. JJ says, be in the world, not of the world. Appreciate the love. I see you, Mitchie. Love you too, brother. Appreciate that. Rashad Rasta, 47, in Memphis, Tennessee. All right. Lemmy, you in Anahuac for real? You left that house? We finna have some problems. Hey, Screwvo, I appreciate that, man. I'm glad you saw it. Glad you liked it, man. Appreciate that. Had to represent for the city. And a lot of people don't know, man. You know, they know that's a song. Houston is a song. Y'all can go on YouTube and check out the video. How many of y'all are gonna go and purchase the album? Who gonna pledge to go on the site and purchase the album before I go? See how many of y'all are gonna lie to me. If you're gonna purchase the album, show some love real quick. Just give me a yes or a no. Don't give me a no, give me a yes. I'm gonna let y'all go, man. Somebody said it was a freestyle. People got different definitions of what a freestyle is, though, LW. You know that. Some people say freestyle is just when you just spit a rap. Some people just say it's off the dome. Just depends on, what they mean. Anybody who knows me, they know that song is like 2 years old. But I just spit it a cappella. But I still murked it though. Don't hate. Appreciate that, Spiky. Christian say getting in person. Yeah, you can get in person. Christian, you got my number. You can call me. We can meet up anytime, my brother. Appreciate you, Matt. See, Matt got the idea, man. All the physical and digital. I'm going to war against streaming, man. Streaming ain't paying these artists nothing, bro. Streaming is trash, man. Oh, that's right. You came to the release, Christian. But I'm 7-hour block will be available next week. I'm talking about 7-hour block. You got audio optics. Yeah. The spot for hip hop. This is why we need to build our own everything and be self-made from the ground up. That way we don't have to go to their house and worry about getting kicked out. Come on, man. That's the comment right there. Because somebody said, oh man, they're gonna shut you down. Yeah, they might. Because truth always get shut down for now. All right, man. I'll catch y'all later on, man. Peace.